It's Katie the Hat Lady, here to get you singing and dancing, right? Because, of course, singing, they found out, is very good for us. And a little chair dancing is very good, too. We're here to celebrate a couple things. It's Memorial Day weekend coming up, or by the time you see that, it will probably just happen. So, you know, I always think about going down to the ocean or just going out to a picnic or something like that. So we're going to do a couple songs about that. And then we're going to talk about something else that's coming up for me, my 36th wedding anniversary. And I'm going to do some songs about falling in love and stuff like that. But anyway, in the meantime, take a nice deep breath in. Bring your shoulders up. Move them around like this. That's right. Get ready to sing. All right. And this time we're going to put our hands out like this. If you can, if it hurts, don't do it. Okay. But if you can, move your hands like this, because we're going to warm up with that old chestnut by the sea. You ready? Okay. Get ready to sing. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3. By the sea, by the sea, by the beautiful sea, you and I, oh, how happy we'll be when those waves come rushing in. Well, we'll jump and swim and go over and go under. Pa's rich, oh, what do we care? You and I, oh, we ain't gotta care. I would like to be beside the sea, beside the seaside, by the beautiful sea. That's right. I love that one because I love to be beside the sea. And right now we can't really do that very well, or the beaches are real limited and maybe you just can't get there. So it's always good to remember those amazing places you've been, because you have been to many of them. And so music will do that. It'll bring us right back to places we've been. And this is a wonderful song about hanging out near the sea. And it's called Under the Boardwalk. And now, Under the Boardwalk always reminds me of going to Santa Cruz and hanging out under the boardwalk there. But I need you guys to sing it with me. So when I say Under the Boardwalk, you say that too. And oh, and by the way, this is kind of a little jazzy side by side, like that. Okay. Oh, and another thing you can do, because singing is good for you. 1, 2, 3, take a nice deep breath. Oh, right? At the beginning of the song, we're going to say, oh, 1 and a 2 and a 3. Oh, when the sun beats down and melts the tar on the roof, and your feet get so hot, you wish your tired shoes were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, it's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. From the park you hear the happy sound of the carousel. You can almost taste the hot dogs and French fries they sell. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, it's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun. Under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. I love that one. Almost feel the sunshine. I'm getting a sunburn just thinking about it. I love to go out to the ocean around this time of year. Of course, the best time to go swimming is September, if you ask me, up here in Northern California. But listen, we got lots of other songs to sing because not only is it Memorial Day, but people are getting ready to graduate, graduation time. We did some dance songs last time, but I wanted to do some old-fashioned dance songs to get you guys dancing because people have been falling in love dancing for a long, long, long time. And this is about a fellow who loves to dance, and he's waltzing all the time. And he falls in love while he's dancing, and his brain almost explodes. And you guys know it. And in fact, it's about Casey, and he's waltzing. So we can't, I'm a terrible waltzer. I've just never been good at it. But we'll just go like this, back and forth like this. We'll pretend we're waltzing. Okay? You ready? Now move your hands with me. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Casey would waltz with the strawberry blonde, and the band played on. He'd slide across the floor with that girl he adored, and the band played on. His brain was so loaded it nearly exploded. The poor girl would shake with alarm. Oh dear, he'd marry that girl with the strawberry curl, and the band played on. Yeah, so that's such a good one. So falling in love dancing, I sort of did that, you know, when I met my husband way back when I was in college. You know, he used to play these wild records, Al Jolson, you know, oh gosh, who else? All these swing bands and stuff like that. And we'd get out in the middle of the courtyard, and he actually taught me to jitterbug. I didn't really know how to jitterbug, and so we jitterbug. So I'm going to do a jitterbug song, and I'm going to teach it to you. Now, this song goes way back. Well, not as back as that last one. This one is only, well, about 85 years old. And this song is about the Big Apple, which, of course, is New York. But it's also a song that supposedly is the wildest dance jitterbug song that you can do. It involves a lot of throwing people in the air and, you know, running back and forth and kind of Charleston and jumping. We're not going to do all that, or I'm not going to do all that, but we'll do a little bit of it. It's called the Big Apple, okay? So when we do it, I want you guys, if you can move your hands up like this. And oh, and remember in the Charleston, they kind of went like this, okay? So this is kind of related to the Charleston. So if you can move your hands like this, do it, okay? And a 1, and a 2, and a 2. Everybody knows how to do the Big Apple. The Big Apple. 10 can do it just as well as 2. The Big Apple. The Big Apple. You can do it just as well as me. The Big Apple. The Big Apple. Come on now and do that apple dance. First you shag around and you cover ground. Do a little of this, a little of that, and then do a Fred Astaire and jump in the air. Come right down and come right back again. You can do anything that you know. The most important thing is just to let yourself go. Oh, everybody knows how to do the Big Apple. The Big Apple. Come on now and do the apple dance. Yeah. I love that song. I'm going to send that one out to my husband, who's also filming me right now. Thank you for teaching me the Big Apple a long, long time ago. So we're going to do lots of dance songs because, you know, it's that time of year. And in fact, I got to change hats because this is, we're getting through history here. And This was, I think, 1963. And this was done by a wonderful lady called Martha, and she had sang with the Vandellas. Okay? All right. And she sang, it's about not just dancing, but dancing in the street. Okay? So you guys are going to get dancing too, even if you can just move your hands a little bit like that. Okay? All right. And if you can, move them like this. Move your shoulders. Okay? Because this is about dancing in the street. And if you move your feet, 2. All right? 1 and a 2 and a 3. Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Yeah, summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. They're dancing in Chicago, down in New York City. Don't forget the Motor City. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere, yeah, they'll be singing, swaying, and record playing, and dancing in the street, yeah. It doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So every guy, grab a girl, everywhere around the world they'll be dancing. They're dancing in the street. Yeah, it's just an invitation across the nation, a chance for folks to meet. Yeah, they'll be singing, swaying, record playing, and dancing in the street. Yeah, and dancing in the street. Yeah, and dancing in the street. Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh, I love that song. Just gotta dance when you hear that song. And drink a lot of water. Don't forget to drink your water, folks, after this. It's good for you. Unless, of course, the doctor says don't do it. But yeah. In most cases, very, very good. All right. So how much time we have? Do I have time to tell my story? Okay. So my husband and I like to dance a lot. And, you know, we've always had big dance parties. And so when we got married, we'd been together. We'd been courting for many years. And so when we got married, we decided we wanted not just to have a picnic, a wedding picnic. We got married in Oakland, Redwood Park. But we wanted to have a dance too. The next day, a 2-day wedding. Not catered, folks. Not catered. And that was the craziest thing ever. We supplied all the food ourselves, and it was just the wildest darn thing. The first, actually, the day, because days leading up to the wedding, my friend was here, and she had worked in restaurants, and she arrived literally a week before we were going to get married, and she said, Katie, you don't have this, you don't have that. Where's the chicken coming? Where's this? Where's this? And she'd make all these lists, and we'd drink bucket loads of coffee and run around and get all these chores and get everything ready. We had all this like potatoes marinating in the living room in big vats, chicken defrosting in the living room in vats, and people who were there to help us, and they'd be sleeping in the living room around the chicken and the pots of potato salad. It was just kind of madness. But sure enough, that day, 10 o'clock in the morning, we got there, and I was so sleep deprived, and not only that, but I had literally lost 10 pounds, which is just unheard of for me to do. And in fact, my mother at the wedding told me I was too skinny, and I was kind of just in this sort of daze. So we went to the little park, and the preacher lady was getting ready to do the ceremony, and it was a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. In fact, by noon, it was 100 degrees, and I looked up, and we were waiting for the service, and I looked up, and all of a sudden, in the sky, I see this huge rainbow shoot across. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what was that? And I realized I was so sleep deprived, I was hallucinating. And I was like, and I hadn't had champagne. I mean, all I had was coffee in the morning. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be very careful not to drink too much at all, or maybe nothing, or I'll just fall down, go boom. But I didn't, and it was all good, and it was a beautiful day, and we danced. In fact, I may have to do my favorite. In fact, I'm going to do the song that we did in the middle of the wedding, and I'll tell you the rest of the story. So you guys get ready to do this. We've done it before. It's called La Bamba, all right? So I'm going to put this hat on over the wig, and we're going to dance La Bamba. You ready? And so I want you to move like this, okay? Move your hands side to side. If you can, twist yourself a little bit, okay? Move your feet, okay? And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Pa bailai la bamba, pa bailai la bamba, se necesito una poca de gracia, una poca de gracia y cosita y arriba, por dicer, por dicer, everybody sing. Baila bamba, bamba ba 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 bamba, baila bamba, bamba ba 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 bamba. Yo no soy marinero, yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Baila bamba, bamba ba 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 bamba. Baila bamba, bamba ba 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 bamba, arriba. Baila bamba. What? Okay, and we danced that. Okay, that was what, 4 minutes? We danced that for about like 20 minutes with some guy playing a guitar until his fingers were probably bloody. So it was a lovely day. The chicken turned out great. Everything was good. And except it was so hot. My poor sister, who sang this beautiful song, and she had blonde hair, she had dyed her hair blonde, got sunstroke. It was so hot. But it was, you know, she was okay. But the next day was some kind of wild stuff, because we had to set up this little hall in downtown Berkeley with all these tables, and because for the dance party. Now, we were not going to have food. We're just going to have, it was like an evening party. So it was going to be at 8 o'clock. So we're going to have snacks and stuff like that. We had cheese balls and, you know, wine and beer and things like that. But we were having to set up the hall because we were catering it ourselves, right? So my husband and his buddies were moving these big, old tables. They must have been recycled World War II tanks. They were very heavy, and he was moving them, and all of a sudden, I hear my husband go, oh, and I see him, and I look over, and he's like this. His back had been completely tweaked by carrying these very large tables, and I took one look at him, and I went, ah, and I started crying, and just saying, oh, you won't be able to, because the dance was that night, you know. And I said, Jack, you won't be able to dance. You can't dance. Oh, you know, what are we going to do? And he said, wait a second. He always has to calm me down, you know. And he says, Katie, I know how we can fix it. I have some moves we can do. I was like, oh, we finally got him in the car. We took him back to the house. And sure enough, our 6'4", I'd say 280-pound friend, Johnny Farrell, helped us out. And how did he do that? Well, Jack lay down on the grass on his stomach, and he did what they call the cobra, like that. And Johnny Farrell sat across him like you're riding a horse, right? Across his back, and pressed slowly on his back. He did that for a couple hours, and Jack got up. He was straight as an arrow, and sure enough, he danced all night long. And I was so excited. I was so thrilled that at the dance itself, at the wedding dance, my mother grabbed me by the arm and she said, Katie, take a break for a minute. You're turning purple. It would be terrible to collapse at your own wedding. And so I had to take a break for a second. But I was so happy. I could have danced all night. So we might have to sing that. All right. Maybe I'll change hats for that one. Okay, you guys. You ready? Bed, bed. I could have gone to bed. My head's too light to try to lay it down. Sleep, sleep, I couldn't go to sleep. Not for all the pennies in the crown. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I never know what made it so exciting. All of the once my heart took flying. I only know when he began to dance with me. I could have danced and danced all night. All right, that's from My Fair Lady. Great dance song. So yeah, we had a great time, and it was such a good time that the next day I felt sick, and I actually went to the doctor, and he said, no, my dear, you're just exhausted. You go home and sleep. So I slept it off. I slept for 3 days after my wedding. Woo! Yeah, I'm not going to do that one again, but we are going to celebrate our anniversary, but we won't dance quite so much. But I have to do a song about dancing because I still love dancing. In fact, one of the things I miss is my dance class, which I still like to do. So I'm going to have you guys dance. Wait a second. Drink some water. And this one I haven't done in a long time, maybe ever, here, but it's called The Locomotion. And so I want you to kind of, okay, it's this little twist thing. You move your hands, all right? So it goes like this. Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I know you like to do it if you get a chance now. My little baby, do the locomotion. You gotta swing your hips now, back and forth now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Move around the floor in a locomotion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Never been a dance that's so easy to do now. It even makes you happy when you're feeling blue now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I can do the locomotion with you. All right, that's a little version of that. So you guys, I think we got time for one more. Is that right? And this one is another waltz song. I may have to wear my... Oh, wait, I have to do this one. Wait, do I have the right hat? Okay, so in honor of my wedding, I'm going to sing this one about getting married in the morning, because I did. I got married in the morning. And it goes like this. I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Pull out the stopper. Let's have a whopper. But get me to the church on time. I got to be there in the morning. Spruced up and looking in my prime. Girls, come and kiss me, tell me you miss me, but get me to the church on time. If I am dancing, roll up the floor. If I am singing, kick me out the door. 'Cause I got to be there in the morning. Spruced up and looking in my prime. Girls, come and kiss me, mwah, tell me you miss me, but get me to the church. Get me to the church, for Pete's sake. Get me to the church on time. got a little dancing in there, folks, because, you know, it's good for you. But if it hurts, don't do it. Okay, that's our theme. But, you know, keep singing. That's your homework. Be nice to your friends. Be nice to yourself. And, you know, dance whenever you can. And I'm going to pack up. And I just hope you have a lovely day and get outside. And maybe smell a flower, okay? Or just take in some sunshine. So we're going to pack up just like this. Pack up all my cares and woes. Here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me and sugar sweet, so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here could love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll be home late tonight. Blackbird, bye-bye. Blackbird, bye-bye. Bye-bye.